Hey guys, Lincoln Parks here, and I want to thank you for joining me on today's video. Today, I just want to share with you something that I feel is going to not only help me out, but it's going to help you out as well as you are discovering your will, your desires, your will that God has for you in your life and where you want to be. I know when I was in corporate America and I was in that environment, I didn't appreciate that environment while I was in that environment because I didn't understand some of the things that I knew now. And I didn't discover my will until I was laid off. And I want to, tomorrow, my great friend and I, Dave Arnold, we're doing a webinar that I absolutely want you to register for this webinar because I believe that God is going to speak to you through this webinar and some of the things that we're going to be sharing. I'm going to be sharing from an entrepreneur's perspective. Dave is going to be sharing from a ministry's perspective on how you can actually, how you can really discover your calling. You might be in an area right now where you're just trying to figure out, where's my calling, God? What am I supposed to do? Faith, I have the faith. You know, I'm in the marketplace, but I don't have the appreciation for where I am, or you know, I'm discontent right now in this season. And that's something that I want to share with you guys really quickly. I want to read one thing to you. God has a wonderful and fulfilling vision for your life. Yet determining God's will can be difficult, especially when you need to make a quick decision. Now, when you need to make a quick decision, what is the process that you go through in order to make that decision? Who do you consult? Who are the people that you consult? I want to tell you right now that God has placed people in your life and around you that you need to consult whenever you're making a decision. There's godly people in your life right now. I'm not telling you to seek the advice of someone that is not a godly individual. But you want to seek advice from people that are surrounding you when you have a big decision to make. I know for me, I was deciding if I wanted to move into entrepreneurship, but God made some things happen in my life where I was forced out. Okay, and now I want to share some stuff with you, and I'm gonna pick up in Nehemiah 6:1, and this is just talking about the story of Nehemiah when he was doing a great work for God, and he was building a wall, and he was doing a great work for God, and people were trying to distract him. And I'm going to pick up here in verse number 2 where it says, Sanballat and Geshem sent me a message. Okay, and that message said, "Come, let us meet together in one of the villages in the plain of Ono." Okay, but they wanted to harm me. So I sent messages to them. I am doing an important work, so I cannot come down. Why should the work stop while I leave it to come down to you? Now, this is something that this message really struck a chord with me. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper in this webinar tomorrow about how you can be doing a specific work. But while you're doing this work, and once this work is focused on God, and once this work is focused on, you know, God has given you He's giving you a message. He's telling you where you need to be, and you seek the guidance and you seek the counsel from wise people that are surrounding you. Okay, not just from anybody, from wise counsel, from wise godly people that are surrounding you. Then you will know that you are doing God's work, and you will know that you are in line and in vision for where God wants you to be. And we're going to be sharing, and I'm going to break this down from an entrepreneur's perspective, because I want to tell you some mistakes that I made along the way, some mistakes, some things that I made, some things that happened in my life. I want to share those with you intimately on this webinar, because it's imperative that I share this message for you so you don't make the same mistakes that I made. But when you're doing a great work, people, and I'm talking to you, when you're doing a great work, people are going to try and distract you from that work. And what you need to do, because you know you're in alignment with God, you're saying, I'm doing God's work and I cannot come down. I want you to realize that you are in alignment, that you're going to be in alignment once you seek that godly counsel. And what we're going to share with you tomorrow on this webinar, I feel, is going to help out that person, that individual. You might be on a job somewhere. You might not have a job. You might be seeking something. You might be trying to figure out how you're going to make money, how you're going to make ends meet. But God, once you're in line with God, People are going to try and distract you, and they are going to try and take you away from the vision that God has given you. And what you need to say is, I'm doing a great work for God, and I cannot come down. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this video today. I can't wait to see you on the webinar tomorrow. If you haven't already registered for the webinar, please go and do that right now. All you need to do is click on the link that's right below. That's going to take you over to the webinar page. This webinar is going to be recorded, but if you don't register, you will not get the link, the recording for this webinar, and this webinar is going to be out there. So join Dave Arnold and I tomorrow, Tuesday, June 17th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Faith and Calling in the Marketplace. Hope to see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.